Most Airbnb hosts are struggling to get bookings and realizing that their entire business has become too reliant on Airbnb to dictate whether or not their listing gets any exposure. And if this continues, many hosts will not be able to survive but be forced to end the business they've worked so hard to create. But there is a way to take matters into your own hands to drive more bookings and actually start growing a sustainable business that's not dependent on Airbnb. And with this strategy, you'll be able to control how many people find your listing and convert way more of these views into bookings. And the key to this is retargeting. This is where you build up an audience of all the people who have shown an interest in your vacation rental so that you can directly promote them to book with you. And you can easily grow your own audience of potential guests to hundreds or thousands or even tens of thousands of potential people all in your target market, and then continuously promote your listing to them whenever you need more bookings. Sound like a lot of work? Well, you can set this all up once and then completely automate the entire process. And this retargeting is so important because regardless of how much someone might want to book a stay at your place, there's simply a lot that goes into planning a getaway, and people just have a hard time committing to making a large purchase right away. Which is why the vast majority of people who find your place and show an interest in staying will get close to making a booking, but just not quite follow through. And so they'll leave your listing on Airbnb and often never make their way back to it. But you don't want them to leave and never come back. You want to add them to your list of potential guests and then continuously remarket to give them more reasons to book with you and get them more familiar with your property. And this can make all the difference between them coming back again and following through with a booking. This is why you want to capture these potential guests as leads, and this list can become the most valuable asset and give you a massive advantage over your competition. And I'm going to show you exactly how to leverage this to grow your vacation rental business. Now, the only catch is that you can't really do this through your Airbnb listing, but rather only through your direct booking website. But you can quickly set up a free booking website and easily get way more people to your website than you're getting on Airbnb. Now, I'm sure you've already heard about direct bookings before and how you can avoid platform fees and control how you choose to operate your business. But yeah, these are not the reasons why I use direct bookings to grow vacation rental businesses. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is really nice to have complete control over how you manage your property and not have to stress getting penalized by Airbnb over an unjustified bad review or having to cancel on a sketchy booking. And then there's trying to deal with Airbnb's customer service.
Michael.
Oh, hey, Toby, could you close the door on your way out?
Plus, avoiding platform fees have both helped our properties earn more and get a lot more bookings from guests who like being able to save the money. And not to mention, the value you get from a direct booking is significantly more valuable than the same booking on Airbnb. In fact, according to this study, it's actually worth double due to having a higher average daily rate, longer stays, more repeat guests, and several other reasons they found. But despite all those great arguments, the main reason for us is still for the retargeting. And so for you to unlock this powerful marketing strategy and actually start growing your vacation rental business, I've broken it down into 3 basic steps. But before we start, if you're enjoying this video, if you could just take a quick second to hit the like button, it would help me so much in trying to battle this difficult YouTube algorithm.
I accept your surrender.
So step 1 is to create your direct booking website. Almost every property management software you can use to manage your listing, like Guesty, Lodgify, HostAway, all include a free website builder that you can create without requiring any knowledge of web development. And these free website builders do a great job at allowing you to get a direct booking website up and running quickly and easily. Now, you can also get a custom designed website built for your vacation rental with a bit more functionality and customization. But if I'm being totally honest, the majority of hosts would be completely fine just using these free template-based websites. And I'm even telling you this despite custom web development being one of the services that my company offers.
Reasons for doing something like that would be, could be many.
And so to get started building your website, you're gonna wanna be set up with one of the property management softwares that offer this service. My personal favorite is definitely Lodgify because their website builder gives you the most customization and allows for more optimized retargeting. I've left the link in the description if you wanna check out Lodgify, as they allow you to create a direct booking website and start accepting bookings all on their free plan. Now, I'm not gonna go into detail on the step-by-step of building these websites, as these companies typically offer lots of tutorials on how to use their platform, but you wanna try and structure structure your main landing page where you'll be sending most of your traffic to, similar to a sales page, in order to be best optimized for conversions. Since vacation rental stays are typically several $100s or more and require a significant amount of planning outside of just the purchase, people browsing your website are not typically going to be taking action right away, and so you want to smoothly guide them through the decision-making process, which is why drawing inspiration from top-performing sales pages that businesses often use to sell higher ticket items can be very effective here. But of course, because your conversion rate is still going to be very low, the next thing that you want to optimize your website for outside of conversions is going to be to capture leads for retargeting. And this is where I see a lot of people creating their direct booking websites missing out on. And so that leads us to step 2, which is to set up lead captures for retargeting. And for this, you're gonna wanna focus on 3 main methods. The first one, being the most important, is gonna be your email capture. You know all those email sign-up forms and pop-ups that you see on countless websites? Well, there's a reason why they're there. They work. So be sure to include an email sign-up form on your landing page, as well as a pop-up that activates after about 10 seconds on the website. And the best way to get more email sign-ups is to entice them with things like deals and promotions, giveaways, and notifications on last-minute openings. Then, once they've entered their email, they can get added to your list and get sent a series of emails that continues to promote your place. This also works really well because you'll typically get the majority of traffic coming from mobile, but with less than half the conversion rate than from desktop traffic. So this can allow people browsing from their mobile device to get sent an email that lets them continue with the booking process later when they're on their computer. Now, the next best way to capture leads for retargeting is by linking your social media pages on your website. And I don't mean that tiny little icon that people add to their website as a last-minute thought. I mean clearly display your Instagram page in several posts as a large section of your website for people to view and click on it to follow you. And while being able to do this would typically require a WordPress website so that you can download a social media plugin and then pay for a subscription plan that allows you to connect your social media, a quick hack around this so that you can add this to your free direct booking website is to go to your Instagram page and click on whatever post you'd like to include on your website, and then select the embed button and then copy and paste this code into an HTML box on your website. By the way, if you're getting value from this and want to join me in growing vacation rental businesses, then be sure to subscribe and tag along.
Get in, loser, we're going shopping.
The last method I'll touch on is to integrate the Facebook pixel into your website in order to take all your website visitors, regardless of whether they submitted their email or followed you on Instagram, and then retarget them with promotions on Facebook. This can be one of the most effective ways at reaching more of the people who have shown an interest in your vacation rental, and these campaigns often see the highest return on investment for Facebook ads. Now, you might be thinking this all sounds like a lot of work. Well, luckily, everything I discussed here can all be fully automated. All of the people who sign up with their email can be automatically added to your list and get sent a series of promotional emails that you only have to set up once. All of the people who follow you on Instagram can see posts and promotions that have all been scheduled to go out automatically. And all of the people who visit your website can be automatically added to your retargeting campaign on Facebook and included in your promotions. All you have to do is set this all up once at the start and then lay back as this does all the work in growing your audience list and retargeting every potential customer who shows an interest in your place to come back and book with you. And so that just leaves us with step 3, which is to drive traffic to your website.
Wait, drive traffic to my website?
Don't worry, it's not as hard as you'd think, and there's actually a lot of free methods that can get you way more traffic than you would get on Airbnb. Because on Airbnb, you only get found depending on how Airbnb ranks you in their search, and most properties are not ranking near the top, and so they often don't get enough views to their listing in order to get sustainable bookings. And considering that your vacation rental required a significant cost investment to start, just listing on Airbnb and hoping to rank well is not exactly a sound business plan. But when you drive your own traffic to your website, there's literally no limit to how many people you can show your listing to and grow your list in order to retarget. And on Airbnb, the only thing hosts are really growing for their business every year is really just their review count. Now, I know it kind of sounds like I'm dumping on Airbnb here, almost like I'm suggesting to leave the platform, but that is not at all what I'm saying.
If you're having such a bad time, then maybe you should just go.
Hey!
Platforms like Airbnb and VRBO are still great acquisition sources for bookings. You should just try not to let your entire business depend on them. And so here's a quick list of some of the methods that you can use to consistently get more traffic to your website. First and foremost, you can easily get your past guests to come back and book with you directly through your website in order to save money. This can allow you to get more repeat bookings and build up a customer base that continuously grows each year. And I have a whole other video covering the importance of doing this in order to increase your business's retention. The next easiest method is through a technique called billboarding. This is where you give your Airbnb listing a brand name so that you don't just look like another product on Airbnb's warehouse shelf called pet-friendly cabin close to hiking trails, but actually appear as a legit business. Because when some people are researching places to stay, they will be doing a lot of digging and typically have 10 tabs open for different options they're comparing. And so when they see a brand name, sometimes they'll do a quick Google search just to see what comes up. And when they find your direct booking website come up first, all of a sudden they'll see a more unique listing that can save them money on platform fees. Now, comparing the 10 tabs open in their browser, which one do you think they're gonna pick? Another incredible way to drive traffic to your direct booking website is without a doubt through social media. Now, I won't go into detail on this in this video because I already have another video explaining exactly how to do this on Instagram. But you're gonna wanna let your followers know that they can book directly with you in order to avoid overpaying on Airbnb service fees.
You about to pay the price? You gonna pay the price? And it ain't gonna be nice. It's not gonna be nice.
But the best way to drive endless traffic to your website with complete control and optimized targeting is through Facebook ads. Executed correctly, this can allow you to continuously acquire new customers profitably, but done poorly, and this can just lead to a complete waste of money. Now, a lot of people's reaction to the thought of paid advertising is just adding more cost to their business. But when you're sending people to your direct booking website, the savings made on commission fees can often offset the cost of acquisition. And so you should just consider this part of your marketing budget, similar to how you would with commission fees. But a lot of experts in the industry are actually predicting that with the ongoing increase in guest complaints over large fees, Airbnb is going to push more hosts to take on the full 15% fee and even enforce this by demoting the rankings of those who don't adopt this. And so you can get ahead of this by starting to learn better ways to deploy this marketing budget before we all end up just giving it away to Airbnb.
Get up ahead of this thing and maybe create a civilian roadblock of sorts.
So if you want to learn how to unlock this advanced marketing strategy and create optimized Facebook ads, then I've made an entire video showing you exactly how to do this. So click the video right here to watch that next.